Hey, good morning, everybody. Matt Modi here with OddsJam, and in this video, I have some early bets to lock in for the NFL Week 9 betting slate. I find it crazy that we are already at Week 9. We're basically halfway through the season. Now that we have added a 17th game, it is kind of hard to know the exact halfway point, but we are about halfway, a little bit less than halfway, excuse me, through the season. And I'm going to lock in some early bets using early line shopping, using OddsJam to find these sharp, early, valuable bets. I love getting in on a market early because you can take advantage of sports books that have mispriced lines. A lot of times what you'll see is lines will open, and then if something is mispriced, then the sharp books will quickly adjust their lines because they accept the most money. So if more money is coming in on one play than another sports book, the one that's accepting more money is going to have their odds change differently. That's kind of why line shopping early exists, because there are some books that have limits on how much money they'll accept early. They're not going to change their lines as quickly and as accurately to reflect the betting market. So that leaves profitable betting opportunities for us. So the first one that I'm going to lock in here is the Arizona Cardinals -1.5 at WinBet. This is going to be just a half a unit play for me. Going to put $50 on this one. This bet has been locked in. Now, I want to add it to my bet tracker, but luckily, OddsJam recently added a syncing feature to their bet tracker. So there are certain sports books that you can sync with your OddsJam bet tracker. So for those, you no longer need to manually add them. So WinBet is one of those books, and you can see exactly in that little red pop-up here. Already linked my WinBet account, so no need to add it twice. So for those of you who are using the OddsJam bet tracker, I would definitely recommend syncing your sportsbooks if you haven't yet. They make it very easy to do so. If you just want to go to your dashboard, there's a little button up here that says Sync Sportsbooks. You just click that, and then you can go through and sync all of the sportsbooks that you can. It's pretty cool. Makes it a lot easier. You don't have to manually track anything. You don't have to worry about forgetting something or anything like that. So definitely would recommend doing that. Tracking your bets is incredibly important. You need to understand whether you're profitable or not, and where you are profitable and where you're not, so you can make decisions based off of that information. And it's also completely free, so it doesn't cost any money. Go ahead and use the OddsJam bet tracker. So this Cardinals play -1.5, I will admit, makes me a little nervous just from handicapping perspectives because Seattle's hot. Granted, this is an away game for Seattle, and they obviously, as everybody knows, play better at home. But the Cardinals, I think, just have train wreck written all over them, and I don't have any faith in them. I also believe the new Call of Duty just came out, so who knows how Kyler Murray is going to be playing. But I won't go against the math, and this is a pretty good play from a math perspective. So the no-vig line prices this at about -110.5. WinBet is offering it at -110. And then if you click into a play, it pulls up where every sportsbook prices this market at. But if you click view event page, it pulls up not only the individual play itself, which was -1.5, but it also pulls up where every sportsbook prices this point spread at. So we can see the actual main line for every single sportsbook is either at 2 or 2.5. WinBet is the only sportsbook that has their main line offered at -110 each way at -1.5. +2 looks like BetRivers and Bookmaker. And this one's important because Bookmaker is one of the sharp sportsbooks that we use to kind of view what a line should truly be priced at. So Bookmaker has this priced at +2. That's a good sign. Pinnacle also has it priced at Cardinals. I guess I should say -2 because that's what we're betting on, the -2. So Bookmaker has it Cardinals -2, as does Pinnacle. Pinnacle also favors the Cardinals at this number at -2, which is a half point better, more favorable to us than what we got it at -1.5. And then it looks like the majority of books has this priced at Cardinals -2.5. BetMGM, Betfred, PointsBet, FanDuel, Caesars, DraftKings, Tipico, BetOnline. And this BetOnline is important because they are another sharp sportsbook that we use to kind of price markets. Circa, FoxBet, and then PlayUp all has it priced at 2.5. So since we got on this bet early in the week, the most likely scenario is that this spread is going to end at Cardinals -2.5 or Cardinals -3, something like that. And we are able to get it at -1.5. And beating the closing line by a point, by half a point, is incredibly important, and even more important for a sport like the NFL, which is so heavily bet that any edge you can get is incredibly valuable. So if the Cardinals win by exactly 2, you would have pushed this -2 bet. You would have lost this -2.5. And the only sportsbook that you would have won that bet with is WinBet at -1.5 at -110 odds. So shows you the importance of getting in on a line early. Also shows you the importance of line shopping, because not only do you maximize your chances of just getting the best odds in general, because as you can see, sportsbooks have different odds for everything. So the more you're signed up, the better chance you have of finding mispriced lines. Like if I wasn't signed up with WinBet, I simply wouldn't have this positive expected value bet. And another reason why you should sign up for EveryBook is because it gives you a better and bigger comparison of the market. Like if I was only signed up for like WinBet and BetMGM, I wouldn't know what sportsbook was right and what sportsbook was wrong. But because we see like 8 to 10 sportsbooks here all have it at 2, or in more commonly 2.5, I know that this 1.5 is a mispriced line. So my first early line to get in on, Cardinals -1.5, -110 at WinBet, I think is a really awesome line. The next one that I wanted to lock in here is the under. Actually, the odds changed. It was the under 44.5 at -115 at Tipico, but those odds changed, also showing you the importance of moving fast when you can. So I'm just going to have the Cardinals -1.5. Obviously, as more lines get posted, as lines start to shift, there are going to be more and more NFL bets to lock in. So make sure that you subscribe to the OddsJam YouTube channel to get all of these picks moving forward. And that's it. So I appreciate you guys watching, and have a good one.